Yo, we're back on Grimnasty TV. So, let's talk about what's happening. I am almost breaking out. It seems like the past few days I've been creating these really deep, lacerating cracks that the heat of the spiritual energy shoots out of, and it's pretty hot. But I'm starting to get used to it. It's hitting the hands, and it's tearing through the center of the hands, and the feet. My right foot is hitting like it's doing the same thing, like it's cutting through, and all the energy that was trapped in the face is spread out this way. So it's kind of like, you kind of feel something like this, and I'm able to maintain my heat for the most part. Right for right now, it takes me about a minute to 2 minutes to get myself hot like this again, and it comes right back. So something kind of like that. So each one will eventually come out and make whatever shape you are. It's really interesting. And your hands are more like this. It feels like your hands are like two balloons, like the Comfortably Numb Pink Floyd. But in reality, your hand is this. It's a cartoon. And it's got a lot of power in it, like superhuman abilities. So that's what my hands feel like. It's cool. It's pretty cool. All right, so each part connects to the endowment of this light body and turns on the heart. I'm getting used to that. Feels kind of like, like something bad is going to happen, but you just kind of go with it. You breathe and just kind of go with it and just kind of glide off into it and let it take on its form. There's a top part that connects to the spine that goes up with all this. And those areas are blocked off, and a lot of phlegm and glue comes out of them over time. Eventually, it combusts itself, just like all the other holes. So, the green stuff represents the last of it, like the hard rock of it starts to melt, come out the ears and stuff. And the loins get real hot right now. Just to tell you, folks, it was all worth it. The turpentine down below, the Sungazing, the horse stances where you squat your feet out like this. That's what you want to do. You want to squat like that. And then you want to kind of like wind the chi up in your hands and just sit up and look at the sun like that. And it'll circulate all the energy through your whole body. Bow, 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 like that. It's amazing. The longer you can do it, the more powerful it is. So this down here, it is very heavy. And it's expanding. It feels like there's more inside to expand outward in all directions. It's really gratifying. What happens at this point, and it's another reason why, from what I've got from it, gathered, these daywalkers, they cross a line where they're like, nah, we ain't gonna want no more of this. Because it comes out, there's a block, right? The block starts to come undone. Your endowment starts to come all the way out. And what shoots out of there, it's like in the end, the result's like a super soaker. And they've been showing me all kind of stuff. Basically, it shoots out like a damn, and it's an elixir, like it's got a lot of vitamins in it. It's spiritually inclined. These encounters that I have, it'll disappear after it's over. And I'm like, what happened to it? It just disappears, but it comes out a lot. And I'm like, I know that there was a lot here. What happened? You know what I mean? It's gone. So that it has a direct link to spirit world, and a lot of daywalkers, it's so much of it that they don't want to deal with that. They want to deal with the old you that had no DNA and no mojo. So it feels like it has surpassed anything I could expect from my teenage years. It's way better than anything I've ever experienced. It makes me come out of my body. It triggers my pineal gland, rips out. A lot of entities have been peering in when they've been showing up. They'll split into multiple different versions of themselves, and it seems like these entities, they watch, and until I catch them, and I'm like, nah, get out of here, so I can have some privacy. But I'm just saying, like, they're worried about that, because this whole thing is, her touches, it makes you become more endowed with all these superhuman abilities. And if she's not touching you and you're just indulging in a spiritual side, then it happens slower, but it still happens. See what I mean? And people are like, oh shit, they've encountered each other. It's It seems like it's just gratifying, but at the same time, you're changing. So, stay tuned for more. I hope that people do what I say in these videos so they can have this for themselves, so they can do the same kind of thing. You'll have electricity shooting out, and it's very painful, like certain areas, like your feet and hands. And, you go through it, and you come out the side, the other side stronger and better than before. So you're basically like a cartoon character, in short, because you feel it, like it comes out and it fills up the space. So, stay tuned for more Grimnasty TV. Onward we go into the fog and out of it, because when you get awake, you stay awake.